Hey, welcome back. I'm so glad that you clicked on this video, and I really truly hope you're doing well, that you're seeing results in your efforts, and you're happy. It's a beautiful August day. It's actually afternoon. I was about to say morning, but I've been kind of off, and last week I had a setback where I was struggling with my depression, and led me to fall back on old habits of using food as a comfort, as to try to bury my feelings. And that wasn't really good, but I'm feeling much better now, and I am working on getting back on track. I just finished my walk. I did my 3 miles. It's afternoon, so it's really warmed up. I should have came out earlier. We had some monsoon moisture come up from Arizona that had caused some, well, they were really cool thunderstorms, but caused some flooding, and everything was so damp that when I did my walk yesterday, it was absolutely miserable. The humidity was so high, and I'm sure a Floridian or someone could come up and be fine, but for me it was absolutely miserable, and I had sweated so much and felt miserable. But today's a much nicer day. It's still a little bit of humidity. There's more wind, so that's really helped, and it's supposed to warm up, and it is getting warm. So I just wanted to get on here really quick and tell you it's all right if you have your struggles. Don't let it beat you up, and because it's just going to make you fall even further if you're telling yourself how much you hate yourself for slipping or all of that. And a lot of people don't think about it, but mental health is such a huge factor in whether or not you're going to succeed in your weight loss goals. There's so many factors that contribute to if you're going to struggle or not, and how we cope with them determines on you, how the environment you grew up in and all that stuff. So a lot of people turn to unhealthy ways to cope with that, and myself is food. And I'm realizing I need to, after this last bout, because I've talked about therapy before, but I failed to follow through, and I really need to follow through. And because there are 6 known eating disorders, and you got the 2 big ones that everybody knows about is anorexia and bulimia, but then you got binge eating disorder, and was pica, which involves eating objects that's not really food. Like you eat dirt, you eat rocks, you eat pennies, whatever. And then you've also got the fifth eating disorder is rumination disorder. Forgive me, rumination disorder, where you eat a meal and after you've swallowed it and everything, you regurgitate it and chew on it some more, and either you swallow it back down or you spit it out. And the sixth disorder is avoidant restrictive food intake. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes because I want to make sure I don't screw up the names of these. But that's just where you've developed a dislike of eating and food, and you lose interest in it. And I'm not a psychologist or a therapist, so I could be describing this wrong, and I really hope I don't. But I just really suggest that if you feel that you might have one of these disorders, you might want to seek professional help. And that's the only way I know that. Well, you know what? It's up to you, because I don't know anything. I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert. I just want to do what I can to help. And I know that I believe that I have the binge eating disorder, and that I really should probably get help for. But at this moment, I am planning on it. I just need to make a phone call. So you just, and there's so many ways that it could develop to one of these disorders. And it really helps to have a good support system to be able to say, hey, a good friend that is not going to judge you, that's just going to listen to you instead of, just got distracted by a wasp, so please forgive me. Crap, where was I? But the main point of what I'm trying to say is I really suggest that you look into therapy. And really, and have a good support system, a good friend that you could trust to just talk, and that's just going to sit there and listen to you, and not really, you don't really need them to give you advice. You just need to get those emotions out. You need a healthier way of dealing with those emotions, with those pain, and instead of turning to either overeating or, all those other disorders. So, well, that's about it for this week's video. I hope you found it helpful. Therapy is not something to be ashamed of. Having your feelings that are maybe negative and sad and hurting you, they're not something to be ashamed of. They're something that you really need to maybe have help to work through. And because we all have these feelings, it's just our methods of coping with it could be very different. And so I just hope you, if you think you're having a problem, that you feel confident enough that you can seek the help that you need. But like I said, that's about it for this week's video. I hope you found it helpful. Please leave a comment down below if you have experienced any of these disorders, and and what you've done. Have you gone to therapy? Have you been trying to face your problems yourself alone, or and how successful you have been in defeating these disorders. Leave a comment. Always remember to hit that like button, and if you don't know already, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends and family. And let's build a good community here where we can support each other and help each other. And Another way you can help support this channel is by visiting my website at www.jbaileyphoto.net. That is where I sell prints of my landscape photography, and that will help support me in my channel. So that would be huge help, and I would be very grateful. But I'm always grateful, and I appreciate all of you so very much. And please take care of yourself. I hope you see the success that you're hoping for, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.